welcome to Cruise Week Tea Break, celebrating National Cruise Week here on the Holiday and Cruise channel. I'm Richard Cross here every day this week to take half an hour to enjoy some delicious British tea and scones as we find out more about some of your favourite cruise lines. Today we're sailing with Royal Caribbean International and Celebrity Cruises. Sister brands, but both have their own unique take on modern day cruising. Now think climbing walls, flow surfers, ice skating rinks, water parks and parades. Just some of the activities on board a typical Royal Caribbean International ship. For the more adventurous cruiser, they're certainly a favourite choice, but what about those of us who prefer maybe a tranquil and relaxed time whilst at sea? Will one of their 22 ships be suitable? Well, here to tell us more is Angela Hall from Royal Caribbean International. Welcome, Angela.
Hello, Richard. Thank you.
No problem. Can you tell us about Royal Caribbean and the ships, please?
Oh, well, where do you start? OK, we have, like you say, 22 ships in our fleet. We've actually going to be reduced down to 21 next year. We've sold off one of the older ships. So we've got 21 ships. They range from the biggest in the world to some of the more average sized ships, and I do believe that we have something for everybody. You're right, we do have flow riders, but I do believe that if you don't want to go on a flow rider, there's plenty of other things that you can do on board a ship as well.
And can you tell us what else can you do on board then in the daytime?
Wow, everything really, from tea dances, we've got the climbing walls, we've got the pools, we've got a solarium on all of our ships, which is a child-free zone, which has a beautiful relaxing pool, padded sunbeds, tranquil music playing in the background, and tea and coffee making facilities in there as well. So it's a real escape from all of it. We've got the gym, the spa, we've got ice rinks on some of our ships, and we've obviously got the shows that all of them have. We've even got carousels on some of our ships as well. But still, as I say, a good balance of relaxation and play. I know
you touched on some of the children's facilities there. It's a real family favourite, Royal Caribbean, isn't it?
It is, it is. And I've said to this in one of your cruise clinic programmes, the problem that we have is people complain they don't see their children enough when they're on a Royal Caribbean ship.
Which is always good sometimes, isn't it?
It's good. One of the really creative things that they've done is the dining facility. You can take your children into the main dining room, and after 45 minutes you can have the option of them being taken away to the children's club. So you can carry on having your wine in peace. Right, and children's clubs as well. Can you tell us a bit about those? Yeah, children's clubs start at 6 months old, go right through to 18. They have their own nightclub on board a few of our ships. And they really design the activities around the age groups. So you have everything from the Tots nursery, we have childminding facilities, and it's all done in a really protected environment. All of the staff that work in there are CRB checked, very well qualified nursery staff, as I say, right through to the 18-year-olds. So when we've put our children in the kids' clubs, where can we go to with Royal Caribbean? In terms of destinations, pretty much anywhere in the world actually. Panama Canal, Far East Australasia, Europe, ex-UK, the north of Europe as well, and we're expanding every year. We bring on new destinations all the time. So why should people cruise with Royal Caribbean? For me, it's a real good all-rounder. We're not stuffy. We've got innovations on board our ships that you can't get on any of the other ships. We've got the biggest ships in the world. We've got the friendliest ships that I've ever been on. Absolutely superb service, fantastic food, everything that you want for a holiday. And on board, are the passengers all British, or do you have other nationalities? It's a mixture actually. Obviously we're an American company, so we do have an American following. If you're cruising around the Caribbean, then yes, you would find that most of the people on board are Americans. We have 3 ships out of the UK next year, and I've just spoken to one of my customers who's just come back from Independence of the Seas from Southampton, and he said they were in the theatre one evening and they said, put your hands up if you're American, and only 2 people put their hands up. Really? So that's more than I would expect, but I would say out of the UK, between 80 and 90% of them are Brits. And you just talked about the theatre on board then. Yeah. What about the nighttime entertainment? What is there on board? Oh, where do you start again? Well, depending on the ship, of course. Independence of the Seas is out of the UK, so I'll use her as an example. We've got the shows that happen in the main theatre, which happen twice a night. Then we have another entertainment area which has more interactive entertainment, karaoke, things like that going on, ice rinks with beautiful, beautiful ice shows, which is actually my favourite thing on board. You can have ice skating lessons as well, but that's not in the evening because obviously the shows are there. You've got a range of bars ranging from champagne bars right through to the Irish bar on the main promenade. and then the children's nightclub, of course, for the kids, teenagers. Or you can stay in your own stateroom and you can have room service delivered and have a total relax in front of the TV.
Well, you mentioned bars there, but when it comes to food as well, you know, it's really something special, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is. And you know, all I'll say is, when you go on a cruise ship, one of our cruise ships for a couple of weeks, take a range of sizes in clothing because you'll be wearing the larger sizes before you come off at the end. Well, you've got the main dining room, which is beautiful, very elegant, and you don't have to dress up every night. They have a couple of formal nights a week, so you do get a chance to roll out the ball gown, which is fab for the ladies. But that's not every night, so you can go in there in smart cash during the week. We have the Windjammer, which is on the top of the ship, which is beautiful, beautiful buffet cuisine, but it covers everything from Indian to Chinese to roast dinners with Yorkshire pudding, or you can have it all mixed on one plate if you like. And that's huge. It's a really big area and it's open pretty much all day. So you can eat pretty much anything you want from there. We have speciality dining throughout the ships as well. Again, it depends which ship you're on, where you can pay a small supplement and go to speciality restaurants. So we've got Chops Grill, Rita's Cantina, which is a Mexican, and again, depending on which ship you're on. But it's very, very small supplements, and it's just that bit of exclusive dining.
It's always worth it to go for maybe a couple of nights just to try
a treat.
it, isn't it?
Yeah, a
treat
real
yourself.
treat. But to be honest, you can have everything that you want in the main dining room in the Windjammer. You'd be hard pushed to struggle to find something to eat out those, yeah.
And Royal Caribbean, they're not, people don't find them as formal as maybe some of the other cruise lines.
No, but you know, I think even with the other cruise lines, I think to some degree that is a perception that cruising has. It's something that we need to dispel, because I've been on other cruise lines as well as ours, and some are a bit more dressy than others. But really, it's up to you. On formal night, on our ships, you usually have 2 a week. If you don't want to be a part of formal night, then don't eat in the main restaurant. You can still go in there, you don't have to be in a ball gown, but you would perhaps feel more comfortable eating somewhere else if everybody else on your table is in a ball gown and you're not. So, and when I say ball gowns, it's everything from, you know, just a smart dress right through to the full-on ball gown and tiara, you know, because some people really do push the boat out. But yeah, it's only twice a week.
And we touched on drinks then briefly in bars. Can you tell us about drinks packages?
Yes, I can. Drinks packages, on every ship we do offer a wine or soda package. And they start from a really good price actually, about $49, $50 a week. Sorry, a day. Now the thing is with drinks packages, on the Independence, Legend and Grandeur of the Seas, we do a different drinks package where you can actually pay a daily fee, but you book it on board. It's not something that you can pre-book. So you can go straight to the guest services on board and you can book that. Has to be for both people that are in the cabin. And again, that starts from $49, $50 a day. And you can pick your package. So you might just want wine and beer. You might want wine, beer and spirits, which you pay a little bit more for. And then if you want champagne cocktails included, it's a little bit more again. So it's nice because then you don't get a surprise at the end of the trip looking at your bill. It's all done up front, so nice and easy.
Great. And tell us about shopping on board.
Oh yes, that's a dangerous pastime. Fantastic duty-free shops on board, and then they do have special sales on during the week as well, where you can pick up some real bargains. But there's generally a jewellery shop, a duty-free shop. We have clothes shops and things as well. Again, depends ship to ship, but they do have brilliant, brilliant sales. So keep your eyes out for those.
And how do we purchase things on board?
Well, I've brought with me, this is my SeaPass card actually, this is what we use in the office, but it looks very much like this. It has a strip on the back and it has a photo of you on the front. This is used for everything on board, so this is your passport to get on and off the ship. It's used to get in and out of your stateroom, and it's used for any purchases that you make on board as well. Nice and easy.
That's really handy.
That's all you have to carry, so it's great.
And is there a particular good time to go on a cruise?
Any time is a good time to go on a cruise. If you've got children, then obviously you're restricted to the school holidays. But don't be fooled into thinking that it's going to be full of screaming kids, because the children's club is there for a reason. So yeah, depends where you want to go. Obviously Europe in the winter, we do have ships that do the later sailings into the winter. Or you can go to the Caribbean in the winter. There's somewhere to go at every time of year. So we have Alaska, obviously, is a fantastic place to go, but we only send the ships there at the right time of year. So then we have Australasia and New Zealand. Again, the ships that cover Alaska go down to Australasia for the Australian season. So it really depends on when you've got your holiday and picking the right destination for that time of year.
And as it's National Cruise Week, can you tell us, are you doing anything special for Cruise Week?
Yes, we are. We're giving $100 onboard credit for everybody in a balcony, stateroom or above, and that's on 6 nights or more travelling next year.
Well, thank you very much, Angela. And Cruise Week Tea Break continues after this short break when we'll be talking 5-star modern luxury with Celebrity Cruises. Do stay with us. Hello and welcome back to Cruise Week Tea Break. We're celebrating National Cruise Week here on the Holiday and Cruise channel, and it's great to have you with us. Now, let me just tell you that if you're new to cruising, then our first time guide to cruise holidays has been designed with you in mind. It answers all the common questions we get asked, questions on visas, luggage allowance, tipping and much more. If you'd like a copy, just give us a call on 0871 423 4444. Calls will cost 10p a minute from a BT landline, and calls from other networks and mobiles vary. You can also request a copy through our website at www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Back to today's tea break, and now time to focus on Celebrity Cruises, the 5-star modern luxury sister brand of Royal Caribbean International, and a cruise line that has become renowned for its high levels of service and standards, with a crew-to-guest ratio of 1:2. They boast a range of modern and luxurious cruise ships, and with sailings from the UK, they're certainly becoming a favourite amongst us Brits. Here to tell us more is Drew Bolton from Celebrity Cruises. Welcome, Drew.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you.
So if you can just tell me, what is the difference between Celebrity and Royal Caribbean?
I guess in a nutshell, the world has changed, tastes have changed. We've tried to redefine what people expect from a luxury holiday, but at sea. For example, we have real grass on a cruise ship now. We have restaurants where the design of the restaurant actually is more important, equally as important as the cuisine and offer. We offer service on board that's intuitive, personal but very discreet. There's a light and contemporary feel about the ship from what you would get perhaps in a spa resort ashore, because we believe that every moment of your holiday is important but also truly extraordinary, and that's what we call 5-star modern luxury.
So I suppose that's what makes you different from the other cruise lines then?
Definitely.
So where can we expect to sail to with Celebrity?
We cover a lot of the globe. We go to the Mediterranean, we go up to the Scandinavian Russia, we go over to the Caribbean, Panama Canal, Transatlantic, North America, Antarctica, Galapagos Islands, very different again, and now over to Australia and the Far East. And some of our and cruises just now that are really selling very well is in the Far East, particularly taken in places like Vietnam, which many people have never been to before.
And is that something new that you've just started to do?
Yes, in the last year or so, yes. The Far East has really taken off in a big way. A lot of people have done the Barcelonas, the Vigos and the Lisbons, so we're trying to introduce new ports of call. In Europe, and next year we're actually going into the Black Sea for the first time in many a year, and we're taking one of our ships into the Bosphorus Strait. So it's different itineraries, trying to offer something new and different to people every year.
But us Brits, we do like sailing from the UK, and Celebrity, you can sail from the UK. Can you tell us whereabouts you sail from in the UK and the advantages of sailing from the UK?
Yeah, sure. We sail from Southampton this year. Up until October, we have 2 ships. We have the Celebrity Eclipse, which has been sailing this year to Scandinavia and Russia and the Mediterranean and the Canary Islands. And we also have the Constellation, which is doing a series of different wine cruises down the wine regions, taking in France, Spain and Portugal. Next year, we have 2 ships back in again. Eclipse is back in from Southampton between May and October, doing similar itineraries. And we bring another ship called Infinity out of Harwich next year, and she's going to be sailing up to the fjords and to Scandinavia and Russia. There's many benefits. For example, people who don't like flying, you can drive down to Southampton and park your car very easily. We offer a coach service from various pickup points in the UK down there. And the good thing about the cruising from the UK is if you're not flying, it's pretty much unlimited luggage allowance on board the ship. Take as many dresses and jackets and you want with you.
Definitely. So with a mini cruise, I know that Celebrity Cruises do, what can we expect from a mini cruise? Who is a mini cruise for?
A mini cruise would be really for people, Richard, that have never sailed with Celebrity before. We offer, next year we offer 2 8-night sailings out of Southampton, going up to the fjords. So if you've never sailed in Celebrity before, you want to have try for it, go on a short cruise. If you want to go a bit farther afield, we're offering next year 4 and 5 night cruises out of Florida. So why not go to Florida, maybe have a holiday stay in a villa or a hotel and try a short cruise. And if you like it, hopefully the next time you come back and book a longer cruise with us.
And what can I expect from the accommodation on board?
Very varied. We offer, like other cruise companies, we offer inside staterooms, outside, balconies and above. On our Solstice class ships, which are mainly in Europe this year and next year, about 85% of our accommodation is balcony stateroom. Now, how nice it is to wake up in the morning, pull up, open your curtains, open your patio doors and step out into your balcony. And even more better if you get one of the cabin attendants bring you breakfast. And to be honest, it's quite interesting because people sometimes always look for what is the best price. On Celebrity, it might actually surprise you that to go from a certain grade, an inside cabin, up to an outside or a balcony is very limited, and it's worth it. It's worth that extra.
And what can I expect to wear on board? Because, you know, people have this conception cruises, it may be formal all day, but what would you pack to take with you?
It's casual, very casual. You dress for the weather, so I guess during the day it's t-shirts and shorts. In the evening we do have formal nights, on an average 14-night cruise and maybe 2 or 3 formal nights, so it's black tie or a shirt and tie or a jacket for the men and a nice dress for the ladies. And the rest of the time it's casual, very casual, so you really dress for the occasion or you dress for the weather.
But it's always good to dress up for a couple of nights when you're on a cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. My family used to go quite when they were younger, and particularly my daughter, she loved dressing up, so it's nice to get your hair done and have a nice dress on and sit down for a nice elegant dinner and maybe go from dancing later on.
So what are the restaurants like on board? What can we expect for the cuisine?
Oh, where do I start? On some of our ships we have up to 10 restaurants. The main restaurant on each of the ships has usually 2 sittings, so your first sitting guests and second sitting guests. We have optional restaurants. Some, for example, we have Italian and seafood restaurants. We have French Mediterranean restaurants. We have casual dining. We have a place called the Ocean Grill where it's open for buffet breakfast, buffet lunch and buffet in the evening. We have a restaurant on one of our ships called Cuisine. Now, if you've never been in this restaurant before, let me try and explain it to you. You don't get an actual menu, you get an iPad. And it's like tapas style. You actually choose lots and lots of varied options. You're in that restaurant, that's your table all night, whether it takes 3 hours or 4 hours. You also get a cocktail iPad menu, which is actually quite dangerous. You can imagine making a cocktail up and you give it to the waiter and he'll bring your cocktails back. So it's very quirky, it's different. The idea behind it is sharing, enjoy the experience. And the whole thing about Celebrity and about the restaurants is it's a joint experience from each restaurant. They're all different and we offer something to cater for everyone.
And if you've got a special diet, can you cater for that on board?
No trouble at all. Any particular diets you have, you just let us know at the time you're booking and we'll make sure it's all sorted out for you once you get on board. And
if you've got someone, I don't know, fussy, who maybe will eat the same thing, steak and chips every night, can you do that? Is that an option?
Not at all. My youngest son actually, when we went on the ships years ago, he was a fish and chip man. He still is a fish and chip. And every night he had this amazing menu, and Craig, it isn't for kind of fish and chips, please. It's there, it's done. No problem at all.
Yeah. And so do you cater for children on board then?
Definitely, yeah. We have a fantastic kids club called the X Club. We take kids from under 3, toddlers from under 3 up to 17, and they're various age groups. They have their own area of the ship. They're entertained, they're well looked after, they have games, they have their own dinner arrangements, they have parties, they have face painting, they have sleepovers, you name it, we look after them. And to be honest, when the kids are on board, mum and dad wouldn't know they're there. Guests don't know that the kids are always there because they're so a different part of the ship. And if mum and dad want to go away and enjoy dancing in the evening or have a just relaxing evening, we do a babysitting service on board as well. So the kids are well looked after and they love it and they come back time and time again.
So when your kids are in the kids club, what can mum and dad get up to on board?
Well, dancing. They can get off the ship and enjoy the shore-side. They have plenty of restaurants to choose from. They can relax by the pool. There's a whole programme of entertainment organised every day on the ship, particularly on sea days. There's more entertainment on board the ship. So you can be as relaxed as you want to be. You can lie beside the pool and read a book, or you can be active, take part in activities, go to the gym, go to the spa, you name it, we cover everything. And
if you like wine, Celebrity is the perfect choice?
Definitely. And those particular wine cruises with the Constellation this year and Infinity next year, so we go down to France, Spain, Portugal. We do a number of overnights on the ship. We do very good organised shore excursions to the vineyards, and on board the ship we'll do wine tasting, wine appreciation. It's not all about wine, you don't have to like wine to be on the ship, but those particular cruises go to the areas where the wine regions are, and we tend to go when the wine's been harvested. So it's the right time of year to actually go down there.
And in the evening, what can we expect to do on board? Is there any shows to go to?
Yep, there's shows every night. There's 2 shows every evening, so we cater for first sitting and second sitting guests in the main theatre. We've got piano bars. We've got the place up at the top called the Observation Lounge, where there's dancing to the wee small hours and maybe karaoke. The nightclub's jumping till, again, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You can relax in a nice wine bar, relax in the cocktail bar. Or, if you want to be lazy, you can go back to your stateroom, you can order room service, order a nice bottle of wine, put your fluffy bathrobe on and just sit down and chill and relax.
Of course, there's a new word in cruising, enrichment, something that Celebrity Cruises have taken on. Can you tell us about enrichment on board?
Yeah, sure. We have a programme called Celebrity Life, and the idea behind it really is people come on holiday for different reasons. Some people go on a ship to relax, some people go, and things that they want to do during the year, they're too busy. They want to take up photography, they want to learn the language, they want to do cookery skills, and they can't do it when they're working. We offer that on the ship. We also offer a good lecture programme, guest lecturer programme, and I'll tell you a story. A number of years ago I was on one of our ships, and one of these days nothing was much outside and weather was kind of so-so, but it was all happening inside the ship. And there was a guy called Richard Underwood, I never heard of him, but he was doing a programme on NASA, and I'm quite into NASA, so went along. It turns out Richard Underwood was the official photographer for NASA going back to the 50s, even before the Apollo project, the Gemini. And every time an astronaut went up into space and came down, he developed the photographs. He had 30,000 photographs, not with him, but at home. But he did 2 programmes, one on Apollo 13. He was there when Apollo 13 all happened, and people at home who saw the film Tom Hanks, he was there, and he told us day by day what happened. It was amazing coming from, from him. And he also had a programme on Apollo 11, when Armstrong landed on the moon. He actually had the camera that Neil Armstrong had with him when he landed on the moon. So we get these types of people in from time to time. So it's interesting. The place was packed out, and that's what we're all about. It's trying to make people's life a bit more interesting and give you something, as we call, enrichment.
And something really informative as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So can you tell us what's new for Celebrity? What have you got coming up this coming year?
Well, next year, as I mentioned, we're going into the Black Sea for the first time in a number of years. So we've got 4 sailings out of Istanbul, where you can overnight in Istanbul before and after the cruise, and going down into the Bosphorus Straits. That's interesting, that's different. We're also going to be offering the Infinity from Harwich, doing some really nice sailings up to Scandinavia and Russia. And one thing I want to mention that we get asked a lot about Scandinavia and Russia, or some people call it the Baltics. Baltic means Baltic, feels cold, it's anything but. I've been to Scandinavia and Russia about 4 times now, and it's one of the most beautiful parts of the world to go to. And yes, okay, the weather's maybe not 85 degrees every day, but it's warm and it's nice. And that's a very popular part of the world as well. So we're doing more sailings up to Scandinavia and Russia next year, more sailings into Iceland.
Wow.
So it's worldwide, we're always trying to find something new for everyone.
Sounds brilliant. Well, National Cruise Week continues throughout this week here on the Holiday and Cruise channel. And if you've missed one of our tea break specials, just head online to our website at www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk, where you can watch them all again in full. My thanks to Drew Bolton from Celebrity Cruises, and thanks to you for watching. I'll see you again soon.